What if I told you the secret to a healthier, more vibrant garden isn't something you buy, but something you already produce every week? Prepare to rethink everything you thought you knew about waste and unlock the hidden potential lying right in your backyard. Welcome back to Soil Sorcery Studio, where we transform ordinary gardening practices into extraordinary results. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked treasures in your lawn care routine. Those seemingly humble grass clippings that most gardeners bag up and toss to the curb without a second thought. Every weekend across neighborhoods worldwide, a quiet tragedy unfolds. Millions of gardeners meticulously collect their grass clippings, stuff them into bags, and send them off to landfills, completely unaware they're discarding what could be their garden's greatest ally. The average suburban lawn produces between 200 to 500 pounds of grass clippings annually. That's literally hundreds of pounds of organic matter rich in nutrients being treated as waste rather than the garden gold it truly represents. This widespread practice stems from deeply ingrained misconceptions that have been passed down through generations of gardeners. Many believe grass clippings will create thatch buildup, attract pests, or somehow harm their pristine lawns. Others worry about unsightly brown patches or the clippings looking messy scattered across their carefully manicured grass. These fears, while understandable, are largely unfounded when proper techniques are employed, and they're costing gardeners both money and missed opportunities for soil enhancement. The economic impact alone should give any budget-conscious gardener pause. When you bag and dispose of grass clippings, you're essentially paying twice once for the bags and disposal fees, and again when you purchase expensive fertilizers and soil amendments that your clippings could have provided naturally. The environmental cost is equally staggering, as organic matter in landfills produces methane, a greenhouse gas far more potent than carbon dioxide, while simultaneously robbing your garden of nutrients it desperately needs. Fresh grass clippings are nothing short of a nutritional powerhouse for your soil ecosystem. These emerald treasures contain approximately 4% nitrogen, 2% potassium, and 1% phosphorus, the holy trinity of plant nutrition that forms the foundation of most commercial fertilizers. But unlike synthetic alternatives, grass clippings deliver these nutrients in a slow-release organic form that feeds plants gradually and naturally, preventing the boom and bust cycles that can stress your garden. The magic doesn't stop with macronutrients. Grass clippings are loaded with essential micronutrients including calcium, magnesium, iron, and trace elements that plants need for optimal health. As these clippings decompose, they release these nutrients steadily into the soil, creating a sustained feeding program that commercial fertilizers simply cannot match. Beyond nutrition, grass clippings work wonders for soil structure and water management. As they break down, they increase organic matter content, which dramatically improves the soil's ability to retain moisture while simultaneously enhancing drainage, a seemingly contradictory but incredibly beneficial dual action. This improved soil structure creates better conditions for beneficial microorganisms, earthworms, and other soil life that further enhance plant health and root development. The decomposition process also generates gentle heat, which can extend growing seasons and help plants establish more quickly. During cooler months, this natural warming effect can mean the difference between thriving plants and stressed, slow-growing specimens. Additionally, the organic acids produced during decomposition help unlock nutrients already present in your soil, making them more available to plant roots. While using grass clippings as mulch around garden beds represents their most common application, this barely scratches the surface of their potential. When applied as mulch, a 2 to 3 inch layer of grass clippings creates an effective barrier against weeds while retaining soil moisture and slowly feeding your plants. The key is applying thin layers and allowing each layer to begin decomposing before adding more, preventing the matting that can block air and water penetration. Composting with grass clippings transforms your compost pile from a slow-cooking soil amendment into a nutrient-rich powerhouse. Grass clippings are considered green material in composting terminology, providing the nitrogen necessary to balance brown materials like dried leaves, paper, and woody debris. The ideal ratio is roughly 3 parts brown to 1 part green, and grass clippings help maintain the proper carbon-to-nitrogen ratio that creates hot, fast-decomposing compost. Mixed properly, your compost pile will heat up quickly and produce finished compost in as little as 6 to 8 weeks, instead of the typical 6 months to 2 years. One of the most innovative and underutilized applications is creating grass clipping tea, a liquid fertilizer that delivers immediate nutrition to plants. Simply fill a 5-gallon bucket with fresh grass clippings, cover with water, and let steep for 3 to 5 days, stirring daily. The resulting nutrient-rich liquid can be diluted 1 part tea to 10 parts water and used as a foliar spray or soil drench. This liquid gold provides quick-acting nutrition for plants showing signs of nutrient deficiency, or those needing an extra boost during critical growth periods. For vegetable gardeners, grass clippings make excellent pathway material between raised beds or garden rows. They suppress weeds naturally while providing a clean, dry surface for walking, and as they decompose, they can be worked directly into the soil at season's end. Container gardeners can also benefit by using small amounts of grass clippings as a top dressing for potted plants, providing slow-release nutrition and moisture retention. Success with grass clippings begins with proper mowing practices that generate the highest quality material while maintaining lawn health. The golden rule of mowing is never to remove more than 1/3 of the grass blade length in a single cutting. Mowing frequency plays a crucial role in clipping quality and quantity. During peak growing season, most lawns benefit from weekly mowing, though this may increase to twice weekly during periods of rapid growth. Regular mowing produces smaller, more manageable clippings that integrate seamlessly into your garden applications. Sharp mower blades are essential. Dull blades tear grass rather than cutting cleanly, creating stressed, brown-tipped clippings that decompose poorly and can introduce disease issues. Timing your mowing for optimal clipping collection means choosing dry conditions whenever possible. Wet grass clippings clump together, decompose anaerobically, and can create slimy, smelly conditions that attract pests and create unpleasant gardening experiences. Dry clippings distribute evenly, allow air circulation, and decompose aerobically, creating the sweet, earthy smell of healthy soil improvement rather than the sour odors associated with anaerobic decomposition. Certain situations require caution when using grass clippings. Avoid using clippings from lawns recently treated with herbicides, as these chemicals can persist and potentially damage sensitive garden plants. Most pre-emergent herbicides break down relatively quickly, but post-emergent herbicides, particularly those designed to control broadleaf weeds, can remain active for several weeks. Disease considerations also matter. If your lawn shows signs of fungal diseases like brown patch or dollar spot, avoid using those clippings in vegetable gardens or around susceptible ornamental plants. However, most healthy grass clippings actually suppress disease organisms through competitive exclusion and by supporting beneficial microorganisms that outcompete harmful pathogens. The transformation that occurs when gardeners embrace grass clippings as a resource rather than waste extends far beyond individual plant health. This shift represents a fundamental change towards sustainable, closed-loop gardening that works with natural systems rather than against them. Your soil becomes richer, more alive, and more resilient with each application of grass clippings, creating a positive feedback cycle that improves garden performance year after year. The long-term benefits compound dramatically over time. Soils regularly amended with grass clippings develop improved structure, increased water-holding capacity, enhanced nutrient cycling, and thriving populations of beneficial organisms. Plants grown in these enriched soils show increased disease resistance, better drought tolerance, and more vigorous growth, reducing the need for supplemental fertilizers and pest control measures. Environmental stewardship becomes a natural byproduct of maximizing grass clippings. By keeping this organic matter in your landscape rather than sending it to landfills, you reduce methane emissions while building carbon sequestration in your soil. This simple practice connects your small piece of earth to larger environmental solutions, making your garden part of the climate change solution rather than contributing to the problem. The economic benefits accumulate steadily as reduced fertilizer purchases, lower waste disposal costs, and decreased water usage create meaningful savings in your gardening budget. These savings can be redirected toward other garden improvements, new plants, or simply kept in your pocket, a tangible reward for embracing sustainable practices. Starting your grass clipping revolution begins with your very next mowing session. Rather than automatically bagging those clippings, leave them on the lawn to begin the soil improvement process immediately. For garden applications, collect dry clippings in a wheelbarrow or tarp, then apply them thoughtfully around plants, add them to compost piles, or brew them into nutrient-rich liquid fertilizer. The key is starting small, observing results, and gradually expanding your use as you gain confidence and see the remarkable improvements in your garden's health and vitality. Remember, every handful of grass clippings you utilize represents a small victory against waste and a step toward a more sustainable, productive garden. Your plants will thank you with stronger growth, your soil will reward you with improved structure and fertility, and your wallet will appreciate the reduced need for expensive inputs. The gold has been there all along, now you know how to claim it. Don't forget to subscribe to Soil Sorcery Studio for more garden transformation secrets, and share this guide with fellow gardeners who are ready to stop throwing out gold and start building the thriving, sustainable gardens they've always dreamed of. Your journey toward garden alchemy starts with the next blade of grass you cut.